Hi there, pollinator friend. I want to help you avoid some of the most common mistakes people make when starting a butterfly garden. If you've been nervous about starting your own butterfly garden because you're afraid you'll mess it up, don't worry, you're not alone. I've made plenty of mistakes myself, and I'm here to make sure you don't have to. So grab a pen because we're going to cover the top 5 mistakes new butterfly gardeners make and how to avoid them. And trust me, these tips will save you time, money, and a whole lot of frustration. So let's dive in. First up, planting the wrong kinds of flowers. It's easy to get drawn in by those gorgeous flowers at the garden center. Bright colors, big blooms, and tempting sale prices. But here's the thing. If those plants are not native to your area, they're not going to do much for your pollinators. God designed certain butterflies and bees alongside certain native plants. So those are the ones that they rely on for food and shelter. Non-natives might look pretty, but they're like empty calories or even non-food for pollinators. Beautiful, but not useful. The fix? Start with just a few native plants that are local to your region. They're often easier to care for, better for the environment, and a total win for the butterflies. Mistake number 2, and this is a big one, forgetting about host plants. A lot of people focus on the nectar plants, those beautiful flowers that butterflies sip from as adults. And that's important, don't get me wrong. But if you want butterflies to stick around, you need host plants too. What are host plants? They're the plants where butterflies lay their eggs and caterpillars munch on the leaves. Think of nectar plants as the main event, but host plants as the backstage pass. You need both for a successful butterfly garden. If you think your kids are picky eaters, they have nothing on caterpillars. Many caterpillars will only eat one kind of plant. For example, adult monarch butterflies will sip nectar from lots of different flowers, but they will only lay their eggs on one kind of plant, and that is milkweed, because they know that milkweeds are the only plants that their caterpillars will eat. No milkweed, no monarchs. So don't forget to include a few host plants in your garden plan. Mistake number 3 is a big one and a painful one, using pesticides. I know, I know, pests can be a real pain in the garden. But here's the thing. Pesticides don't just kill the bad bugs, they kill the good ones too. Furthermore, they poison whatever eats the bugs and then poison whatever eats that animal too. The pesticides go right up the food chain, harming each layer above its intended target. Butterflies, bees, and other pollinators are incredibly sensitive to chemicals, even in small amounts. So even if you use pesticides, even the natural ones, you're unintentionally making your garden less welcoming for them. The good news, there are lots of pesticide-free ways to manage pests, like companion planting, encouraging natural predators, or just letting nature find its own balance. It's all part of creating a healthy, thriving, sustainable ecosystem. Mistake number 4, planting everything all at once, getting all gung ho about the whole process. I get it. You're excited and you want to create a full blown butterfly paradise overnight. But here's the truth, gardens take time to grow. If you plant too much all at once, you might find yourself overwhelmed with maintenance. Or worse, realize that some of your plants are not the right plants for the right place. Instead, start small. Pick a few key plants, maybe 1 or 2 nectar plants and 1 or 2 host plants, and see how they do. You can always add more next month or next season. Gardening is a journey, not a race. Mistake number 5, giving up too soon. Butterfly gardening is incredibly rewarding, but it takes patience and persistence. You might not see butterflies right away, or you might have a plant or two that sadly doesn't survive. But that's okay. It's all part of the process. Many native wildflowers don't flower until their second year. So be patient. Remember, even if you don't see immediate results, your garden is still making a difference. Pollinators will come, I promise. And when they do, it will be so worth it. Stick with it and trust that your efforts are making an impact. So there you have it. The top 5 mistakes that new butterfly gardeners make. Number 1, planting non-native flowers. 2, forgetting about host plants. 3, using pesticides. 4, planting everything all at once. And 5, giving up too soon. And the best part, these mistakes are so easy to avoid once you know what to watch out for. And if you're ready to skip the trial and error altogether, I've got just the thing for you. My Butterfly Gardening Cohort. This is a guided program where I will walk you through every single step of creating your own butterfly paradise, from picking the right plants to avoiding these common pitfalls. Whether you're a total beginner or just looking for a little extra guidance, the cohort is a perfect way for you to grow your garden with confidence. Click the link below and grab your spot before it's gone. Together, we'll create something beautiful that restores nature and blesses your soul. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Until next time, I wish you a magical butterfly filled day. Bye bye, butterfly.